Wade and Wade reacts.
Shout out to the commenter that recommended this video to us because we did ask if there were any Gundam 00 informational videos or informative videos. You guys said there weren't that many, so somebody found one, so shout out to you and let's get into it.
The year is 2307 on the Anno Domini calendar. Earth is currently split into three large multinational power blocks, with the race for energy rampant and 20 years of war over said energy. It was expected of the powers to create strong...
Bro has an epic narration voice.
And that was the case when the AEU showcased the AEU 09 AEU Enact. Celestial Being's mobile suit, the GN-001 Gundam Exia, appeared before AEU's Enact to show the power of Celestial Being by dismantling the new and expensive mobile suit of the AEU. Based on the GNY-001 Gundam Estrella, the Exia was developed originally as what was nicknamed the Pawn Gundam, a close-range unit that lacked anything that made it special, as each of its skills was intended for the GN-002 Gundam Dynamis, including its 7 swords. All that changed during the development phase of the Exia. The Exia became the only one of the Celestial Beings Gundam specialized to deal with other Gundam-type mobile suits. Its armor was made of E-carbon, an artificial state-of-the-art allotrope of carbon which was lightweight and resistant to temperature changes and corrosion, further enhanced by the GN drive the Exia was equipped with. The GN drive itself gave the Exia many advantages, such as almost infinite operational time, an overboost mode that pushed the mobile suit beyond its limits, and the Trans-Am system itself, a system which was locked away
We know a
until
lot about that.
Schenberg, the first man to observe the GN particle,
Sounds like a
creator
pretty
of the
good suit.
GN drives and founder of Celestial Being,
Sure does.
was killed. Trans-Am would push the GN drive to operate at a higher rate, producing more particles that were released from the condenser and covered the machine, turning it red in the process. With the system active, the thrust and defensive capabilities were increased, and the machine's overall performance would triple. During Trans-Am, the output of a single GN drive is greater than 3 GN drives while they are not in Trans-Am. GN particles had also mass reduction effects, making the Gundam capable of active mass balance auto-control while in space, flight and ground compatibility, and even underwater operation. Those
So it's
particles
an
also
all-purpose
caused
suit.
electromagnetic
Yeah.
interference, disabling
Super
conventional
versatile.
communication and radar systems with their presence in the area. The Exia was also equipped with an optical camouflage, allowing it to be invincible as long as the Gundam was stationary. Final to its systems was the Veta-linked operational system, an OS which connected the Gundam's computer to Veta, the quantum supercomputer of Celestial Being. The Exia had a lot more tricks up its sleeve. At the final phase of its upgrades, it was nicknamed the 7 Swords Gundam due to its multitude of melee weapons. 2 GN beam daggers were stored on its waist armor, which were similar to beam sabers but required less energy and were harder to defuse due to their shorter, concentrated tips. They were also excellent throwing weapons, and the Gundam Meister of the Exia, Setsuna F. Seiei, used them often in such a manner. 2 GN beam sabers were hidden behind the Exia's shoulder armor. Those were the standard issue melee weapons for any 3rd generation Celestial Being mobile suit, like the aforementioned Gundam Dynamis. The GN Long Blade and the GN Short Blade were 2 physical swords attached to the Exia's hips on rotatable mounts. The blades were covered by GN particles, enhancing their durability and cutting power, even allowing them to pierce through GN fields, shields created by GN particles. Those blades, along with the large GN sword the Exia had equipped on its right arm, were the main reason for the Exia's excellence in defeating enemy Gundam types. GN sword was the name of the large attachment on the Exia's right arm, which functioned as a sword which could fold and unfold under the arm. A small shield
one of the
and a
coolest
GN
weapons
rifle
right
which
there.
was hidden under the blade until folded away.
And doesn't the
The sword
Exia
and
get
the
cannons
rifle
later
could
on?
also retract into the shield to
I think
free
so.
the Exia's right hand. The Exia was also equipped with a GN shield made of E-carbon and capable of deploying a small GN field over it for extra defensive capabilities, and GN Vulcans on either arm, which were small beam armaments built into the forearms for intercepting missiles or stopping enemy mobile suits when the Exia
It's like
did
an
not have time
all-powerful
to pull
suit.
the GN sword away.
I didn't know
use the
this
more
suit could do all
powerful
that.
GN sword rifle mode. With its debut on the battlefield, exceptional equipment and systems that made every other state-of-the-art mobile suit from the 3 power blocks, the Exia became a threat and a warning to every single one of those blocks. It caused an uproar, and many armed interventions later, it became clear Celestial Being was a threat to the Union, HRL, and the AEU. Setsuna F. Seiei partook in many battles beyond the armed interventions, and his piloting skills, along with the Exia, led to many victories. Technology advanced rapidly, and eventually celestial beings fighting with enemies on equal terms. Gundam types rose up to oppose celestial beings, such as the Thrones of Team Trinity and the Alvaron, based on the CB-0011 Gundam with its mobile armor form, the Alvator. In its final battle, the Exia was able to defeat the Alvaron and the Alvator. Having recently used its Trans Am to defeat the Alvaron, the Exia was still recovering when it encountered Graham Acker with his new SVMS-01X
Graham is one of the ghosts.
Custom 2. Setsunef Seiei and the Exia fought to the bitter end against one last enemy in a final rush. The two mobile suits impale each other near the cockpit, marking the end of the Exia for now. 4 years later.
Shout out to the subscriber that recommended that we check out Gundam Explained. We never heard of him before. Nobody has ever asked us to check out his channel. He seems like he has a pretty cool channel. I don't know, but this was an interesting video because I did not know that the Exia could do all the stuff that it can do. It's like an all-purpose suit. He said it can go underwater. It's a ground suit. It can fly in atmosphere and it can fly in space.
Yeah, the Exia may be one of the most versatile and most formidable suits in the Gundam franchise. I didn't know it could do all of that. I was always impressed by the aesthetics of the Exia and some of the moves that we seen the Exia do and some of the power it displayed in clips that were recommended to us. But to hear the Exia broken down the way that he broke it down and the Gundam Explained gives me a whole new level of respect for the Exia.
Yeah, and because of this video too, the Exia has definitely moved up into my top 5 because if I was in the 00 universe, I would definitely want a suit similar to the Exia. If I couldn't get the Exia, I want something like that because, or I don't know if Graham's suit can do all that, but from what we know, I definitely want to see something like the Exia, or pilot something like the Exia.
And the Exia not only has the ability to fight in space, on the ground, underwater, but it also has that Trans-Am system that pushes it even further over the edge. So I would say that this mobile suit is in my top 3 as well. That does it for our reaction to Gundam Exia Explained. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Also like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you'll never miss a video from Wade and Wade Reacts.
And we're out of here.
Peace.